Hey, how's it going? If you're new here, my name is Jam and I love makeup. And if you're not new, thanks for coming back. I really appreciate you. Today's video is episode 190 in the Throwback Thursday series I'm doing using old makeups. Not oaky old, just not talked about old. And today I wanted to use the Nomad Cosmetics Lapland Santa's Village palette. Lapland, Finland. This was a holiday palette 3 years ago, I believe. And I kept the box because look how cute that is. Inside is Santa's workshop. How adorable is that? I love this so much. If you don't know me, I love Christmas. Everything about it, from Thanksgiving Day until Christmas Day, it is Christmas for me because it's not about the gifts so much as the feeling, the season, the just like coziness of it all. Granted, it's coziness that I have to create with, you know, work and things and whatever, but it's worth it. Maybe if I think about it while I'm editing, I'll include some photos of my Christmas decor if you want to see it. Also, at the end of the video, I will tell you what's on my face in case you don't care. You don't have to sit through it, but I have been doing this video like palette bingo style, which I thought about, but I really want to do something with the green and the red from this palette. So here, let me show you. So those are the two shades I'm going to focus on. I think I will probably also use one of the shimmers. And then I thought as kind of like a bonus, my phone will go off and be distracting, but also I could kind of do some comparisons between this palette and the Kindle marked palette that they launched this year for holiday. DM and I were talking about it, and she said maybe there were some similarities, that if people were feeling like they had, I don't know, missed out on the Santa's Village palette, maybe they could kind of get the same vibes from the new one this year. So yeah, okay, I should stop yammering, scoot you in a bit, and we can get into applying some eyeshadow. All right, I'm gonna start with the shade Fir Tree. I was thinking I was gonna do like your typical me look, but I just, as we speaking, had an idea for something that is else. Can I do it? And will it be any good? I think we can try. Can you see out my window? I don't know, but it's snowing. We're supposed to get a few inches today, so that's fun. I was really hoping we would get more during the night so the kids would have the day off today, but alas, that did not happen. Bummer for me. I like having the babies around, even though they're not like actual babies. Well, I mean, Lorelai is. Okay, I'm gonna grab a second brush because of my idea. I have the brand new, to me anyway, Shodo 06 from Refer. This little brush is amazing. I really think I might have to order another one. I did order the new spatula prototype. Oh my gosh, loving that. I ordered that and another Shodo 05 face brush, and accidents happen, and for some reason the spatula brush wasn't included in my order. So I emailed and got a response very quickly saying that they would ship out another one with apologies for the mistake, and I don't know. I really, really, really like Refer so much. I think their brushes are amazing. Customer service is amazing. That's looking pretty good with like next to no effort whatsoever. Should I bring it in further so it's more even, or maybe? Of course, if I had had this thought prior to tucking in, it may have been a bit different. But you just never know what's gonna happen, or at least I never know. All right, yet another brush. Now I'm going in with Santa. I did just use one shade out of this palette for my Fab 5 with Erica, but I wanted to use it again. I've been on a mission to use all of my Nomad palettes this year in celebration of their 10-year birthday anniversary shenanigans. And as of right now, I have one left. I think, in fact, I'm very, very sure I've used it, but I can't really remember, so I'm gonna use it again. It's a fantastic palette and a sleeper. Like, you don't know how amazing it is until you're in it. So yeah, that looks very cool. I mean, it's not done, obviously, but so far, so good. Okay. I'm going to probably do a bit more fussing off camera, just so you don't have to sit through and be bored. But for right now, that's where it's at. Now I think I want to put just a little bit of a shimmer on the very center. The question is, which one do I want to use? I think I'm going to pick the one I can't pronounce, because why wouldn't I? And then I will use one for a highlight, which I did the other day. I used Rudolph as a highlight as well as Peace. So yeah. This palette got some really mixed reviews because of the shimmers. The mattes are spectacular, of course, but the shimmers were really, I guess, hard pressed, and so people were in their feelings about that in a pretty serious way. I don't care, because I will just take a spoolie and smush it up a bit and call it done. And it works beautifully. Like, you don't have to have, I don't know, but it doesn't need to be the end of the world if an eyeshadow is hard pressed. It's certainly easy enough to zhuzh it up a bit. I think I'm gonna find Phil. I haven't played with Phil in a while. I'm going to use Big Phil. This is Big Phil. He is OG Phil's big brother. And I love OG Phil for my inner corner or brow bone, anything small that I'm doing with a little bit of space. Big Phil is the exact same performing spectacular brush, just on a larger scale. So that's pretty great. Okay, so I wet Big Phil and tapped it onto the eyeshadow that I zhuzhed up in the pan with my spoolie. And I'm just going to pat that over the red and onto the green a little bit. I'm also going to boop in with my Refer 13 Max just on the very tip of it and press that onto my lid. I would have only used this brush if my face wasn't done, but I wanted to avoid as much fallout as I could. It will just brush away. Do I have? Yes, I can use this. Gone. Okay, I obviously need to make some adjustments. I'm going to bring the shimmer up a little bit higher. Maybe I'll just like with my finger press it on. These shades were more toppery as opposed to pigmented shimmers, which was the point. Like that was what Felicia and Auntie were going for when they were creating this palette. But sometimes people want what they are used to or what they think they want. And so if you get a topper shade and you are expecting or hoping for something full on, metallic, pigmented, you're going to be a little disappointed. That's just kind of how that works. I'm gonna go back in with this first brush that I used for the outer portion and just kind of adjust. I was gonna do this off camera, but what if you wanna know how I do it? I can tell you, but is that the same thing? It's really not. So, and then it does make a bit of a mess in the palette, but I don't mind. My palettes aren't supposed to look pretty. They're there to house my eyeshadows, which is exactly what it does. Okay, that's pretty much the gist of it. I am going to use the mirror, the magnified side of it, and really just make sure it's the way I need it to be. Do the other eye. I'll come back, show you the final look, tell you what's on my face, and then we can look at the Santa's Village palette compared to the Kindle marked palette from this year. All right, I'm back and everything is done. Let me scoop you in for an up close reconnoiter at the eyes. I decided I needed to go for a lash. I think it was just a little bit too much even for me. So on my face real quick, I finished my eye look off with this NYX Vivid Rich liner in Emerald Empire. It's decent, I don't mind it. And my bronzer is L'Oreal Infallible in 350 medium. I'm wearing two blushes because why not? I went in with the Cosmic Beauty shade in Mary. It's a cream blush, very nice. But because I knew I was doing red eyeshadow, I wanted it to be a bit more reddish. So I pulled out my Blend Bunny Juicy Cheeks palette and went in with the shade Bold because it is a great red blush. I love it so much. And then my lip, I really like these. I might eventually consider picking up more. It is the Color Stay Matte Light Crayon from Revlon. I grabbed two shades, a nude and a red, and I really like both of them. They're comfortable. They feel like lipstick. They wear like a liquid lipstick pretty much. They're nice. I like them a lot. Okay, as for the palettes, I have my camera set up so you can see both the Santa's Village palette and this year's Kindle marked palette, both from Nomad. And there are definitely some similarities. So I think if you didn't get the Santa's Village palette, which is the one based in Finland, which is where Auntie is from, but you wanted it, you have, I mean, very darn close with this year's holiday palette. If you mix a bit of the green Eau Tannenbaum with some of Marketplace, you've got this fir tree shade, which I'm wearing on my eyes. The reds are obviously a little bit different, but similar enough that you could get the exact same look, basically. Now I will say, because these shimmers in the Santa's Village palette are meant to be more toppers and not wha-bam in your face, they are a bit trickier to use. You do have to zhuzh them up a bit with something sharp like a spoolie or tweezers or whatever you have handy that you want to use. The shimmers in this year's palette are spectacular, in my opinion. It is so much more than meets the eye. So yeah, they're completely different. So whereas the Santa's Village is supposed to be more toppery and lovely, a lot of these are more kind of in your face, but also can be worn toppery. I put the shade that I couldn't say as my highlight, and I think that is really, really pretty. But in this year's palette, we have Paper Star and Gingerbread. Oh, you can't see. In my opinion, any of these could be used as a highlight. If you are my skin tone or deeper, definitely could use Paper Star if you're lighter, and then of course Gingerbread if you're a bit darker. But they're so similar. I think I don't know, I think they're lovely. The ones in this year's are definitely more flippy. You know, if you're looking for duo multi-chrome shimmers, it's fantastic. This palette is amazing. I love it so much. But again, I mean, if you did pick up Santa's Village, you could get this year's palette and not be getting dupes. Does that make sense? I love this palette. If I had to part with either one of these, which I of course do not have to do, and I'm not going to, I would part with the Santa's Village for a couple of reasons. It's only 9 shades. I like a bigger palette. The new one gives me a bit more. I think the shimmer shades are a bit more versatile. You can wear them sheer as a topper, or you can pack them on and make them look. Whereas with the Finland palette, Santa's Village, this Winter Lights as well as Sauna could be really packed on and layered, as could a bit of Peace. But Rudolph and the one I can't pronounce, not so much. I think it would take quite a bit to build them up, and I don't think it would be attractive on older eyelids. So yeah, just a quick look at both of these palettes. I love Nomad, obviously. I have a code with them. It's Jan. If you're looking to pick anything up, you totally can. But hopefully you've picked up what you wanted during the sales, because that's a much better savings. So there you have it. I think I'm going to film one more video. I have an advent calendar. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go do that. Hopefully you enjoyed this Throwback Thursday. Do you have the Nomad Santa's Village Lapland Finland palette? Did you pass on it? Did you know about Nomad when this was launched? Designed in the place I can't say, in collaboration with Santa and his elves, proud supporters of the Finnish Association for Nature Conservation. Love it. love, love, love everything about Nomad Cosmetics. Okay, I'm gonna go. Hopefully you enjoyed this. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Either way, I appreciate you hanging out with me today. Be good and remember to be kind to you.